Now, nationally, lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are also confronting the issue of mass shootings.
As the conversation around gun reform and safety ramp up, leaders at the Capitol took a moment to honor the lives lost.
Please join us in a moment of silence to honor the victims. May they rest in peace, and may they always be remembered.
Now to a live look at the Capitol tonight. We know a congressional committee hearing happening in Washington, D.C. tomorrow morning. Survivors and families of victims killed inside Robb Elementary will be testifying. The Night Team's Lee Waldman joined us live from Capitol Hill.
Now, Lee, this hearing is going to examine what's being called the gun violence epidemic in the United States. But talk to us more about what we expect to hear tomorrow.
The bipartisan committee is going to hear directly from the people impacted by these mass shootings. To date, there have been over 200 in 2022. Parents who have had to bury their children say enough is enough.
There needs to be a change. There's no doubt about it. They know. They know.
It's been exactly 2 weeks since Marie Jo Garza was killed inside of her classroom at Robb Elementary. Now her father, Alfred Garza, is demanding change by elected officials.
It's about people right now. It's what it's about. And there's no gun out there that's worth more than my daughter's life.
While he won't be present at Wednesday's hearing inside of the Rayburn House office building on Capitol Hill Wednesday, fourth grader Maya Cerrillo will be on the first panel. She's previously described covering herself in her friend's blood and pretending to be dead so she wouldn't be shot. Dr. Roy Guerrero, Uvalde's only pediatrician, will be here too, telling ABC News it's his duty to the children to testify.
As we say in the Hippocratic Oath, to do no harm, right? And I feel doing nothing is being neglectful to that oath.
The parents of 10-year-old Alexandria Lexi Rubio will testify virtually. The U.S. House Committee on Oversight and Reform is made up of Democratic and Republican members. The Texas members have all shared their condolences for the families on social media outlets, but have not shied from sharing what they believe the issue is. North Texas Congressman Pat Fallon writing in part, quote, "We must harden our classrooms. Children should feel safe when they go to school, but taking everyone's guns is not the answer," unquote. Senator John Cornyn is not on the committee, but when asked about raising the age limit on assault-style weapons, he says there are several discussions in the works.
I think a focus on mental health and criminal background history is probably going to be the most productive. But there's a range of...
Senator Cornyn is a part of a bipartisan group in the Senate working on its own gun reform policy. They hope to have that by the end of this week. Now, tomorrow's hearing will feature 5-minute testimonies from each of those witnesses. Committee members won't be asking questions of that first panel out of respect for their time and of the trauma that they've experienced. We'll be having live updates for you on GMSA at 9 and on KSAT.com. Live from Capitol Hill, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.